Okay, I think we are live now. So, if anybody cares on X now. Okay. Hopefully you can hear everything okay. I am still relatively new to all of this, so let's see how it goes. Let me double check how it was working. That's a lot. Because I have a relatively soft voice and I have to talk quiet because I have a kid, so. Alright. That is gorgeous. The art alone is really beautiful. Alright, let's get into it. Only a normal mode and a hard mode. I'm gonna do normal because I'm not really into that self-punishment thing. What do they call that? Masochism? Oh, that was weird. Oh, I made my camera a little too sensitive. Theo Kegler riders with humble origins and the Hoodsick menace, and restore the maker. By the way, I am dyslexic, so if I read something wrong, not that anybody cares, but just, you know. Oh. I mean, no big deal, just falling down a trapdoor. As we do. Oh, of course, I'm gonna immediately go and adjust this because I put that a little high. Particle effects, look at that. Water effects, habitat, there's really, wow, look at that. It has some form of splashing effect. Let's see, particles in the air. I was about to say they're really kind of stagnant. There's not much going on there, but now I see they're like disappearing and reappearing. That's honestly really cool. I've worked in game development, so I like to pay attention to. My expertise is in 3D modeling, so look and see the work. smooth. And they didn't give him feet, but they gave him hands, which as someone who does 3D modeling, I always found hands considerably harder to model than feet. But look at the intricacy. You can see rapid those texture. It's really well done. Very, very well done. And I love this little feather on the back of this character. So what is it? I think his name is Astor. Yeah, the little animations it has. That's actually very impressive. So good. Ooh. Oh. My belly. No. Super safe. Or I just got powered up with the thing back. Oh. 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 Axe. The effects in this game are very impressive. Like a dodge. Supposed to keep going. Not going well. That's pretty cool, actually. Ah. Oh, there's our dodge. Combat's really fun. It's interesting. It does remind me a lot of I don't know, something very action heavy like Devil May Cry. I don't know if you're interested. I used it when I fell off a cliff or fell down a hole. It's run animation. It's a bit of a generic run animation, but I do like the fact that he is leaning forward a little bit. There's a little bit of a bob. And he does have a small stop animation right there. That's interesting. I like that. Secrets. His camera. And the developers must have been well aware that they set the camera to be relatively sensitive. There we go. That's a lot more manageable. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I'm dying. So, okay. Oh, that was a glitch. Okay. So that's weird. How to jump now? press the pad button to open the balloon to the spirit realm. Some things are different inside the spirit realm, so use your button to look for secrets. On combat, Astor attack boost that will also reduce its interesting. That the floor is still there in the spirit realm. And there's no very intriguing. Okay, which one is the let's see about the stagger. But it just slices it down in half. And let's restore the makers. Astor. I think you were just chosen. Do we have maybe just a normal mask behind the actual mask? Oh no, there actually is like a model, quote unquote modeled head in there. I just thought it was empty space. They're doing like a ring ray thing. Sorry. Kitchen. We got something somewhat important. I mean, I'm on the top notch, the upper echelons. Did I pronounce that wrong? Yes. I absolutely pronounced that wrong. I do as I please, and that is to the detriment of basically everyone around me. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. This game does have a few quirks. Crystal Haven. Beautiful. Okay. The animations are a little stiff, but oops. How did I do the thing? That's animations are a little stiff, but it's honestly really not bad. I've seen much worse. The next time I do like a game stream like this, I do Blue Fire because the style reminds me a little bit of Blue Fire. Granted, Blue Fire's character modeling was, I'd say, a little more not as intricate as this. I mean, you can see where there's, you can't see where I'm pointing. Maybe I can actually, I'll be able to see my mouse. You can see where the wind is picking up the fabric on the tunic. The actual, it looks like there's actually like curves and in detail that's not necessarily. I mean, you can look at the hand wraps right here. Those are textured on. That's not something that was modeled on there. That was drawn on there. But you can see in the belt here. Again, you can't see what I'm pointing at. But there's actual that was modeled, and the designs on the actual tunic itself, the hood, where it has where it folds, and you can even see some wrinkles in there. It's really interestingly done. Like the developers, particularly the modelers, went really well into detail on this. I mean, I mean, you can see um, where the texturing of the world itself. And I can't remember the term that's used for it, but essentially, when you're like in an engine like Unreal or Unity, you use essentially a brush to color the ground with the designs that you're using. They use tiles um, like repeating tiles, kind of, and then you can use those and create a design. You can see exactly where these tiles ended because you kind of see where they try to cover like the rocky work here, which is very flat. You can tell that was you can tell that was drawn on, and that's not like actual, you know. And you can see exactly where it ends. Oh, we got a glitch here. That that's all right though. But this grass, this is really interesting. It's static, but I don't know. There's a little movement. There's a little bit of characters though. I really like this world. I mean, it's not like okay, don't run in the water. You know, we're doing something today. Okay, so yeah, if you look at the water here, not there apparently. Oh no, actually, no, that's actually really good. You can see where the actual water um, model, uh, it's almost a particle effect, but you can see where it ends right there. Like the developers just didn't stretch it far enough to reach in and actually fill in against this surface here. That's interesting. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's supposed to do that. It is very, very pretty though. I like the water. Um, it's been a long time. I use the terminology a lot in Unity, but I can't remember the actual terminology they used for water. So I'm just going to call it a particle. Even though it's not the water particle they used is very interesting. But yeah, you can see right there that it doesn't quite meet the surface or the landscape mesh. Ooh, this is interesting. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. I know it's. I'm sorry. I like to nerd out over it. Like this is like my dream job is to do 3D modeling with a game development company. So I like to kind of break it and analyze and look at where things have like where things are working, where some things could use a little extra accuracy. Look right here, right there. The water meets the surface perfectly. You can see just over here where it doesn't. It's so interesting. Honestly, the developers like went in and actually like scrutinized that little detail. You can see it after this, but they scrutinize that detail. All they have to do is grab that little grab that little piece of the water tile and then just bring it out just a little bit more so it meshes. You can't really mesh it flat against the landscape, but yeah, that would make it. It would give it a little bit extra realism because it's actually meeting up with the surface. Guiding spirit orb. Oh, interesting. Press down on the guiding spirit orb.
Chosen felt his destiny
Hello.
calling him.
What's this?
And so, Astor's journey began.
Okay, follow the spirit lord. I love that, like, running with the sword animation. Oh, that is so good.
Hey!
What is that? You know where to go? Well, you delay then. I like this character. Full side character. Goes down, right? Yeah. The power of yours. Now, I also am a writer, and so kind of looking at that, that was just a slight, detail, that grammatical error that would be easy to correct. Beat it. And then I'm going to try and parry again. Gotcha. That. Oh, I love that. Man, very good comboing. Okay. This is your. That I can't. This is really, really good. I really like this. Is that breakable too? It is. Look at how they modeled that. No, that's a rock. Oh, more breakables. Look at how it crumbles. Look at that. They did that so well. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be a crate, so there's supposed to be stuff in it. And I mean, if you're modeling a crate, what you're going to want to do, especially if you want to break it and there's supposed to be stuff inside, is not model as a whole block. You want it. I don't know why. People know how crates work. People know how boxes work. So, but I see what. See that, exactly that. That is what I'm talking about. Oh, what's this? Did I do anything? Not really. When you have a 2-year-old, you see a lot of shows that make you want to pour acid in your eyes. And I'm not saying Miss Rachel is bad. In fact, she's actually very impressive for what she can do, what she teaches. And I will say that my daughter is very advanced for her age. And I honestly attribute that quite a bit to how well Miss Rachel teaches kids. But also, it kills me in the brain. It really does. I feel dead inside talking about it. Man, the hooks are getting really aggressive, aren't they? Trying to box us in. They didn't count on you to get chosen, though, did they? Nobody ever does. To be honest, I'm too freaking cool for these guys. Oh. Oh. Spoke too soon. Oh, okay. Alright, hold on. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Smashed. Okay, what's this? Whoa! You thought you had a chance. I really like what they did with the enemy models here, in that. Pause for a second. I really like what they did with the enemy models, specifically that they made them so they will split in different ways, like depending on how you kill them. So it's very interesting. As someone who's done modeling, I have never really considered doing something like that with like character deaths or anything. So that's actually pretty impressive. It's very creative. I really like that. I love, I love that climbing animation. Oh, look at that. Like spider climbing up a wall. Oh, specific button, or do I just... Oh, I have to actually walk up to it. Interesting button mapping. Oh, hello. Nope, can't break the logs. I wonder... I didn't realize about this torch here real quick. Camera, work with me here. I mean, yes, it's very basic model, but you can see where they added some intricacies, like a little gash right there. That's actually, looks like it's actually modeled in. I would increase the particle effects in the torch itself, because that's very, even if we're going for like a minimalist style, that's still a little too minimalist when it comes to the torch. When you're dealing with torches, you want the fire to be a little higher so you can actually see it, especially with an intricate torch like that. You want it to stand out just a little bit more, and the way to do that is by bringing the particle effects up just a little bit. I mean, not even necessarily up, just expand them up a little bit so that the fire emphasizes the torch a little bit more, if that makes any sense. Additionally, given that we're kind of in a that's beautiful, that skybox. Additionally, what I would do is, and this is just me, given that we're on kind of like an alien world of sorts, I would even like give the fire like a different hue. Like, we're so used to seeing that basic, orange and white. Do something cool like a purple flame. I think how cool that would look, especially on this background here. Or even a green flame that's like contradictory to the palette here. That would be really interesting. Anyway, I apologize about the nerding out, but again, my dream job is to be a developer, so I like to get into the details about that. Look at that. Even the mushrooms. Even the mushrooms have intricate modeling. I'm gonna put an application with these guys. Sick. I'd love to work with them, do some modeling. Not like the, modeling, the 3D modeling. Moving on. Yeah, let's be honest. If I did the modeling, my career would be over just as quickly as it starts. Oh. Whoa. Oh, it gets better. We just got Breath of the Wild. Did Breath of the Wild. Oh, look at that. Look at that mountaintop here. There's like a giant hole in the mountaintop here. Oh, this guy's still here. That looks pretty cool here. This was the movie come back. Makers. Story of the Chosen. True. I can tell you, I just got here. I don't even know the story of the Chosen. Let's see. I love that imagery. Oh. Oh, sweet. We're getting the What a way to introduce the game. This is great. What's happening? I'm not going to call these guys because you are very, very good. You did a beautiful job. These videos will be very, very good concept art. I would love to see an art book for this game. I mean, look at the world here. I would love to see a compilation of it. Well, yeah, you can see where there's some spots that need a little TLC, but the world itself, I would love to see a concept art book out of this. Why is this grass black and the others red? Warren Karen is helping, huh? Claire? I am so sorry, Warren. Tiny deal versus evil. Good. This is the base. As sure as I can be. There's some secret but I have no idea. Let me try that thing you did at the bridge again. Okay. Look at that. Like it was designed to do it. I'm sorry. Let me just look at it. I wonder. I must have used a. Why am I blinking? It's been so long. It's been like 3 years since I've touched game development, and I can feel it, and I hate it that it's been so long because it's like my dream job. But post-processing, I used to use some form of post-processing for this because that's too cool. Use the milk together, so cute. Entrance to crystal. Item makers. Doing quite a hits of the pages. Come on. Zan, I like that.
Astor and Zan gazed in awe. The stories were true. A secret paradise built for Dirkek by Dirkek, safe from the Hiltzik menace, protected by some ancient magic handed down directly from the makers themselves. Never did they think they would see such a place.
Oh, that's supposed to be entrance. I love this. They have architecture. They have it's like an actual like thriving society. These tents are weird. I don't know what that's all about. It looks like there's some form of housing. So maybe it's, you know, the housing is for like your middle to upper class, and these guys are sort of, or these like sort of guardians of the entrance, sort of like you know, just in case somebody does creep in, like, you know, a dude in a red hood with a giant sword in his back, and some other guy with a bedroll. You know, there's a bunch of people in the way. Maybe we should go the other way. So, like, this is like, you know, underground, so they built their architecture around these crystals. At the same time, I mean, I can understand the beauty of it, but also, it must be old or something. Yeah, something like that. Like, you can see like cracking, some breakage from the rock and stonework around it. And again, this is a new game, so they're not gonna have those like super intricate, like overly detailed Witcher 3 kind of stuff, because that requires a very big and very invested team. But what they've done, look at that. What they've done with this is impressive. Oh, here we go. Confrontation. Right there, small ones. Astor. There's the Jar Jar Binks. I give up. I give up. Take the policy to escort Diakek asylum seekers directly to the welcome barracks. No. You're no ordinary Diakek, are you? I'm Zathos, protector of Crystal City. I need to know how you penetrated our illusory veil unaided. By the power of Grayskull. Chosen then. Of course he's the chosen. He's going to put an end to the Pilt's excursion, restore the Makers just as the prophecy says. So, if I can have back Makers, the lives on those to try to follow those prophecies. Trying to open that accursed door. I spent a little bit of time building a fire pit, but most of it children's stories you can speak to everyone during. I'm fighting a war, and wars are not one of the stories. You're welcome here, but I cannot be distracted by every Diakek who stumbles upon me like powers. How many Diakek do you run into that stumble upon your powers? Dismissed. Since I can't actually break the boxes. Escape gets an F. Immediate F. I can't break them. Oh no. Mistakes have been made. Oh, no, I think I can. There we go. Okay, alright, so there is some camera pulling that looks like it's will look like right there. Right there. It's small, but it's one detail there. Just one over here, at the pots. Okay, look, I just got here. Shh, discretion reigns. I inside. Secretly, I do not share my father's skepticism. Beat me with the last house upon the hill over the bridge. You wish to embrace your destiny. Oh no. Oreos or cookies or anything like that? Because, it's a deal breaker. I'm so hungry. Let's go with that. Ooh. This is what. Jump on. That's what this is like some kind of power source. It's kind of like a decoration. It would be cool if it was a power source. If that's the case, like I would put like a. Sorry, developers. I'm just God, throwing all these crazy ideas. But I put out like a circle of like electricity, like electricity, particle effects around it, and like almost like power line it throughout the city, so it looks like it's powering stuff. That would be cool. Like this. Like have some means so it looks like that is powering that. I mean, I'm sure that's the case. I bet it just doesn't show it. So I just think it would be kind of a cool little detail to to show like how it's powering stuff. My phone's going off. Ignore it. Oh, that was it. Isn't good enough. You'd think the thing with the sword. There are several things I learned how to do, so I think it is time. See, this is the kind of thing that, as a writer, is having no punctuation. He doesn't believe his own eyes. I think he wants to, not anymore. But I knew you would. This one does seem different. Maybe he can find the heart of Tahiti. The heart of Tahiti? No, the heart of someone. No one knows what it is. All we know is what's written in the stories. You will know the chosen when he braves the desert waste and returns with the heart of someone. Desert waste. Does that mean? Could that mean the Zagros Desert? Yeah, I'm so sorry. Likely. And the hidden gateway can take you there. Oh, what are we waiting for, buddy? Looks like you got some heroing to do. Do we ever? I love that. Sorry, just that. Let's see. So we should be aware of something before we go. Oh. Frank, this is my good pal Astor. He's the chosen one of the legend who will resurrect the makers, destroy the held second of the planet. No. Alright, Astor, this is great. Swear on all things unique enhancement and all around good guy. Frank can upgrade their abilities and weapons, all this sort of stuff if you're going to be a proper hero. Everything, boss. All people on the dog rules. Your dog doesn't know. No. Good man. Not your excuse me. Go hang out. Act like I don't need any of this stuff. Power enhancement. Key to that. To enhance Astor's connection with the holds the monolithic shards of special powers. Interesting. Ooh. What else is there? I definitely want this. Cool. Okay. Strong combo extension. Combo finisher. Actually going to damage that. Okay. actually going to cut the stream because we've been on for 45 minutes and I have to work tomorrow. No jobs. So if anybody is actually there, so hit me up on X. I'm at Captain Clump, KAPTAIN_KLUMP. Otherwise, also check this game out. It's actually like, yeah, I've only played for about 40, 45-ish minutes, but I'm impressed by the intricate details. I'm impressed with the model work. There is some glitchiness, some parts where it could use the more work, but it's an indie game, and I grew up on Nintendo 64, and yeah, every one of those games could have used a little extra work. So anyway, if anybody did hang out with me, awesome. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate it.